How do you know if your friendships are helping or hurting you? In this episode, we do a deep dive into friendship dynamics, the importance of reciprocity, and how to recognize when it's time to reevaluate your circle. We will also call out some friendship red flags and green flags that might make you rethink some of your closest connections. Hey, welcome to So What's Even Happening, the podcast where creative entrepreneurship meets real-life self-care.
I'm Courtney, an artist and entrepreneur from LA.
And I'm Zia Mara, a business owner and consultant from Oakland.
We're two Black women navigating the ups and downs of business building, fostering personal growth, and holding each other accountable.
Each week, we're sharing inspiring stories, facts, and some good laughs as we talk about creativity, self-care, and making it all work.
So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's figure out what's even happening together.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Burning question.
Burning.
Are your people pouring into you?
Every fucking day.
I love it.
Every day.
Best feeling. This episode is the Friendship Audit.
Oh.
Don't you love my little intro?
I do. It was cute.
Thank you.
It was cute.
Thank you.
I just don't like the word audit.
It's
It
intense.
sounds
Like in trouble.
Texas.
Yeah.
Trouble.
Yeah. I have a stat.
Okay.
You ready for this?
STAT me.
Things are getting wild.
What's the stat, girl?
The stat is 33% of adults report feeling lonely most or all of the time, according to the CDC. Are we keeping meaningful connections or just surface level ones? So, yeah.
That 33% doesn't seem... I would see that as realistic.
Yeah, it feels fair.
I think people are definitely more lonely than before.
I agree.
Especially after the pandemic. Like, people have just isolated.
Yeah.
Like, people who really wanted to isolated hard.
Like, that gave them the green light to do that. Like, in peace. And
right.
almost like mask.
But also in unhealthy ways, too.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
masking things.
It's, I do find myself sometimes lonely, like, even with my big-ass, like, community.
Yeah.
You know? But, I mean, it's more like when I live by myself.
Right.
That
Kind of lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can go get unlonely real fast. Just call somebody. Go to a bar by myself.
That's interesting. I feel like I'm such like a keep myself occupied person that like I think loneliness, I guess, yeah, I agree with you. When you're physically alone, like when one self is alone, it can feel lonely just because it's quiet.
Right.
But there's a part of me that absolutely loves that type of quiet.
This girl can't wait to be alone.
Can't wait to be on D&D.
D&D. Like, do not disturb the girl.
I must escape. Like, get me.
Bye.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Bye, baby. Love you.
And you know, I'm just over there just enjoying my peaceful,
just, like,
quiet,
prancing around your house, like rearranging furniture.
all the things. But it's just, I feel like that's when the house is to myself and it's quiet and I'm actually by myself creating is when I make my best work.
Yeah.
That's when I truly thrive.
Right.
Like just even, and that's why it's like the clean house thing. Like I kind of like to have I treat my space, my creative space, like my sanctuary. So like I want to have it nice and tidy and just the right vibe all the time. So anyway, I'm getting off track.
I was like, this is not loneliness. Or what are we even talking about again?
Loneliness.
Yes.
We're talking about
a friendship audit.
Yeah. People.
Wow.
Tends to happen a lot.
God.
Crazy.
Okay, back on track.
Yes.
Sorry, people.
Yeah, I feel like it's been interesting to see how friendships have changed over time, and how different they can become in good ways and bad ways, and not necessarily bad ways, but just in different ways, which isn't bad at all. It's just different. So I feel like that kind of perhaps like sways my feelings about friends pouring in, like how you show up, how they show up, expectations. Just I feel like we have to kind of give people grace just for life, just because it's like nuts out there.
It's crazy.
You know, so it's
Right.
like I have such a soft spot for just like we're all kind of going through this collective experience. Like I'm not mad if you can't show up in a certain way or if you can't be there. Like I'm not going to hold a grudge about that.
Right.
Like it's, like I understand.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Like you just can't force people to do the things you want them to do, right?
Yeah.
But, and I feel like, friendships go through their ebbs and flows. And so sometimes the support can be higher, sometimes lower. Because also, like, we need to pour into ourselves.
Yeah.
At the same time
Absolutely.
when we need it most.
Yeah.
Because we've done all this pouring into other people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, wait.
Yeah. And I feel like
me again.
And I feel like those ebbs and flows like can happen with different friendships on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis. Like I feel like with different friends, those waves are different. And I feel like even the frequency of those waves, like versus, the daily interactions you have with people you're constantly talking to versus the friends you catch up with every once in a while.
And we're literally different people every day.
Every single day.
Every day we're changing.
I feel like this is a PSA. I really want people to just remember that. That every single day.
Yeah.
Every part of life, every step is unprecedented when you really think about it. We've never done this before. Like that next step, like you don't know what's to come.
Yeah.
And that changes you.
Yeah.
In the smallest ways. So I feel like that, remembering that we're always changing, ourselves and others are constantly changing. I feel like it's something to remember when it comes to like pouring into friendships and stuff like that.
Yeah. And also, not everything is about you. Like, I truly just believe in the 4 agreements and, like, just don't make assumptions.
Yeah.
And don't take it personal.
And having that in the back of your mind changes everything.
The shift, it's
the stress,
to
just
the
like
let them theory by Mel Robbins.
1000%.
Let people do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Let people
It's
be
their
who
life.
they are.
It's their life.
Yeah.
Why
are you controlling them?
Yeah. Makes no sense.
But we do it naturally, like because we want things to be better for our friends, our partner. That we want them to be healthier.
The best for them.
To advance in their career if they want to.
Yeah.
If they want whatever goal they have. We want to sometimes push it even more for them.
Yeah, because we see their potential sometimes more than they can.
Yeah. Okay. We are gonna play a game.
I love games.
Are you down to play?
I'm down.
Okay. All right. This game is Friendship Red or Green Flag.
Ooh.
I know.
Juicy.
Okay, I'm gonna read you a scenario.
Okay.
You're gonna tell me if it's a friendship red or green flag.
Okay.
I feel like this might be hard for me because I have a history of seeing red flags as pink.
What does that mean?
Just avoiding red flags. Like oh, it's cute, it's fine.
I see.
You see
seeing the
possible
best in the red flag.
potential.
Yeah.
It's whatever. No, it's fine.
It's a pop of color.
Always bit me in the end. Okay, scenario. They only call you when they need something.
Kind of a red flag. A little bit. Yeah. I mean, just it should be a red flag.
1000%.
But I guess when I say like I let stuff like that slide is because you kind of put those kinds of people in a certain category and like, oh, okay, just you kind of brace yourself for people like that.
Right.
So it's like they kind of set themselves up to be, labeled in a way. But that's a red flag.
Red flag for sure.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, what is the point of being friends if it's only just for them to lean on you?
True.
They're just using you.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
That's fair.
I mean, and I would tell that person, like, hey, I feel like you always only call me when you need something. And see what happens. I mean, if actions change, you know, for
Yeah.
better, great.
Yeah.
Still the same?
Yeah.
I'm not picking up the phone.
That's fair.
It's just me.
That's fair.
Okay. They don't clap for your wins, but they're there when you struggle. Red or green flag?
They don't clap for your wins.
But they're there when you struggle.
What do you mean there? I wonder what that means. Like they're there.
Let's say that, you know, they'll meet up with you at a bar to talk about when you're struggling, or,
I see.
you know,
They'd rather.
usually loves company.
Got it. Ooh.
Kind of vibe I'm getting.
Yeah, I think that's a red flag for me. I think that's definitely a red flag. Because, yeah.
Because why would you want a hater in your circle?
Yeah. It's the energy thing.
Yeah.
It's like, why do we keep dwelling in this? You know, and why is that? It's like the kind of people where, like, their opinions about stuff become their personality.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, ew, like,
I had a friend.
is that all you can give?
Right.
You know?
I had a friend from like high school days, and we went to college together, and they, like, we used to have fun, you know, but as time went on, it kind of just felt like they were like a dark cloud, like just looming, blaming everything on everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, I would try to, you know, share my wins, like, oh, we're doing this, and oh, I got this new job, or, you know, this is like all my 20s, right?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Or like have some like snide like little comment about, like, say the place I'm working at, or blah 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 and whatnot. But then when I'm like dying and sad and like really going through it, just there, like, and not like milking it up, but just like, I felt like they were just like happy that I was sad, like, with them,
Like ready to bash everything.
Yeah. I just don't want to. I don't want to bash all the time. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Talk about the world is fucked up and how.
Right.
I don't want to spend my time doing that.
Yeah.
You know, like, let's talk about like how we can rectify this, or like take steps forward.
Action. Yeah.
Action.
If we're gonna talk about this, let's not just sit in this mud.
I just felt like she was happy seeing me struggle.
Yeah.
I'm just like, and they were always just like dumping on me, and yeah,
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I couldn't hold it anymore.
It's a lot.
Okay, next one. They always, quote, forget their wallet when y'all go out.
Yes, that's a red flag.
What?
You know?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like, what is wrong with you? It's just irresponsible.
Right. Again?
Yeah.
Again?
No.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And we have to hunt them down for money.
Right. That's just uncomfortable. Don't put your people in positions like that.
What?
No.
We in our late 30s.
And also it's like, give people their money. Like, pay people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Money is energy.
Yeah.
So just keep circulating
Yeah, it'll come back.
Yeah.
But don't be, ugh, yeah. That's
I've never met a
or
person.
like poor tippers. It's cringy.
I don't
like if you're
poor
gonna go
tipping.
out, you have to you have to tip. Just understand that, like, you gotta, and if you know, and they make a thing about it. Like I feel like I haven't really worked in the service industry like that, but there's this respect I have for people that's just like, come on, like, don't be a douche, like,
Right.
you know.
I never worked in a restaurant. I did work in a club. As a VIP host. Sometimes bottle service, but you know, it's hard work, you know. And
Yeah.
like, you rely on your tips.
Yeah.
Greatly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people are busting their ass.
I feel like people are really just
minimum wage
Yeah.
at restaurants, and then it's like,
Yeah.
you depend on tips.
Yeah.
And granted, depending on what restaurant you're in, like,
Yes.
you can be cashed down.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Um,
But I feel like people are trying their best, you know, and it's like, especially when people are kind, like, especially, like, if at least if they're kind, like just.
I went on a date with a guy one time, only one time. I later found out that he was also like 22. And I was just like, wait, what? Like, I did not, how did we not cover this?
Wait, you thought he was younger than you at the time, or he was old?
I thought he was around my age.
So this was recently?
This was when I was 30.
Okay.
Not recent.
Well, I couldn't tell. You said 22. I'm like, were you younger than him or older,
Yeah. No.
Interesting.
And he got drinks, and I saw him write like 0 tip.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, we got like 4 drinks. Like,
yeah.
What do you?
Maybe he's gonna leave cash or something.
But when the server got the check and looked at him like with this just crazy face.
Yeah.
Like not even crazy, but just like shocked, like
mortified. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is our last date.
Yeah. Yeah.
Besides the fact that you're 22, like, come on.
Yeah.
Time out college still.
Yeah. Yeah. You got finals. Yeah.
Okay. They speak up for you in rooms that you're not in.
Green flag.
Green.
The greenest emerald, beautiful green.
Yes. All of it.
Money green, all the green.
You need people who talk highly about you when you're not around.
Yeah, you really do.
That is how I've gotten so many like jobs.
Yeah.
I've gotten so many referrals.
Yep.
Like I'm a referral queen. Like I love to refer people to whether it's in the creatives, like if you need a photographer, you need a videographer, whatever it may be. Like I love referring. Shoot, even I referred Carmen, who cleans my house, to my friend Deborah. I think that is carries such a weight.
It really does.
And what a supportive friend.
Yeah. Yep. It's so important.
Yeah.
And I think just like all around kindness kind of leads to that too. Just really just meeting people, just leveling with people. Like, like there's just something that goes a long way with that.
And how nice of them that your friend thinks of you enough to speak highly of you, to refer you.
Yeah.
That is love.
Yeah.
You're putting money in my pockets.
Yeah.
Or expanding my career.
It's like one of the best things you can do for someone.
1,000 million.
To put them in a position to make money or to thrive or to just be acknowledged. Like that's one of the kindest things you can do.
Yeah. 1,000%. Okay, last one. They get defensive when you try to hold them accountable.
I wouldn't say it's a red flag, but it's like, because, I feel like sometimes it's natural for people to get defensive, especially if they're not ready to hear what, so.
Caught off guard?
Yeah, like give people grace. I wouldn't say red flag, but like, it's like I don't know.
Blue?
Yeah. Yeah, is that the in-between? I was trying to think of what the in-between was. Like, looking at the color wheel, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's natural for people to get defensive. What level are we talking about defensive? Like, you over here yelling, screaming, throwing shit, or are you like, well, I don't agree with you. You have a little attitude.
Yeah.
And then maybe, like, a couple days pass, or maybe an hour, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I see your perspective now. I think the healthiest one would be like, oh, well, thank you for telling me if that's how you feel.
Yeah.
About my work.
Right. Right.
Or my drive to get things done or whatnot. And you can still say, like, I disagree, or I'll just, like, look into it more.
Yeah.
Whatever, maybe.
Yeah, just acknowledging it. Yeah. That's all it takes.
Yeah. What is the oldest friendship that you've had?
Are we saying years or so? Maybe since I was 3, my best friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 3 years old.
3? And y'all still friends?
Yeah.
Never had a gap?
I mean, we went, we're at different colleges and went to different high schools and stuff like that, but just have known each other. I mean, both lived in LA pretty much our entire lives. 3.
I think, I have friends still that people are still friends with, but not close, like since 5. Another one since 8 years old. And then, but like rocking hard to this day, like 12 years old.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna touch him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, friendships are beautiful.
And I think like just acknowledging as you get older, you really just see how much people change, and just even seeing the different paths people take in life.
Yeah.
And just how they choose to move in a way.
Right.
And being there for people through the change, through the growth, through the differences, the ups, the downs, through it all, and just remembering that we're all still changing.
Yeah. I think what's also an important thing to when you're doing an audit is to take a temperature check and see how that person makes you feel after you've left them. Like after you've gone to dinner.
Yeah.
Like that friend I was telling you earlier, every time I left dinner, I was like, damn, I feel so drained.
Drained. Energy vampire.
Energy vampire.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
How does this person make you feel? Like, how do they treat their other friends?
I think that's the real part of the audit is the feeling.
Yeah.
Is tapping into the feeling of the feeling of just acknowledging what that was, what that experience did for you.
Yeah.
And I think that will help you audit better.
Right.
Anyone audit better, you know?
Yeah. I think when I started to take a look at like how other people treat other people, when everyone was having a question like, I don't know if I'm questioning this person.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, not motives or, I mean, anytime you have to think those things anyway, you're like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's some spidey sense going on.
Absolutely. And and a lot of times like you'll continue to see those patterns and sometimes justify them.
Right.
Because you're like, oh, like let me not push down that intuition. Like that means that like irked me in some way.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we just wrapped up our game of friendship green flag or red flag. And there's mostly reds.
It's a good amount of reds.
Good amount of reds in that bunch. But I think it's not that we should just be focusing on like how other people are pouring into us, you know?
Right.
We also have to audit ourselves. Are we doing the same things for our friends?
Absolutely. Are we pouring into them too?
Because there are sometimes I feel like, man, my friends really fucking love me. Mm-hmm. I need to make sure that I do something for
so
and so.
Yes.
One of my best friends, Ashley Williams, she is such a gifter in so many ways, and she is a new child and still makes time to like call, you know?
Yeah.
She's very like thoughtful and incredibly just still shows up, you know? And I remember one time I was super sad. I don't know. But the world.
Right.
Or I was sick and she would just like send me soup, you know what I mean? Just like the littlest things like that, or just like, I don't know. I think it's just really important to not just see like what people are doing for you, but also like what are you doing for them as well?
Yes.
Are you being the friend?
Yes. And I think it's also important too. So like you said, you have a friend that's a big like gifter, like a little like thoughtful, you know? I think it's important for people to acknowledge how different friends show love and what showing up means for those people. Because some people may need you in certain ways.
Yeah.
And you may need them in a totally different way.
Right.
And I think that kind of just acknowledging those little strengths and really just appreciating that. Like that's something that you can say you appreciate about her.
Sure.
Because she's that way. That's like a specific aspect of who she is as a friend to you.
Right.
And I think it's in acknowledging that we are also able to acknowledge how we best show up to others as well, too, because people are different and people have different needs.
Love languages.
It comes out.
5 love languages.
Yep.
Some people don't want to talk.
Yep.
Some people don't want to hang out.
Yep.
Some people just want gifts.
Yep. Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
People have different needs, and I love quality time. Hang out with me.
Yeah.
Talk with me.
Yeah.
Like,
talk.
You know, I love to talk.
Yeah.
But I think those are ways that I like love being with my friends and creating memories and learning about them and learning about their day even and whatnot. What do they do for a living?
Yeah, right.
We all know what our friends do, where they work, and their title.
Right.
I'm not really sure what the fuck that means.
Yeah. What exactly is happening here? Like,
I have a lot of friends that work in education.
Right.
Or in like nonprofit world. I'm like, okay, but like for who? For what?
Right.
I did that, but I'm like, I love them anyway.
That's really funny. I feel like I'm a good listener. Like I like to listen. Like I feel like talking. I love a good. Don't get me wrong. I love a good conversation. I feel like with certain people, like just good conversations. You have certain friends that you can just like talk for hours, or just or you haven't seen each other for a while, but you pick right back up where you left off, like stuff like that. And I think that I enjoy hearing people's perspectives on things because I feel like I'm such an open person to perspectives that it's fascinating to me. And it's like, I feel like I want to be the kind of friend that lets you say whatever and just unload, or just not unload, but just have not be afraid to share, to have an opinion about something or feel differently about something.
Yeah.
Like, this is a safe space. Like I think that's very, very important to me. And I feel like that's sometimes like acknowledging what you're best at giving, just in terms of love to your friends, kind of helps make you feel good about how you show up.
Right.
And be confident in that. Because like sometimes, of course, like you go long time without talking to friends, not because you don't want to, but just because life gets in the way.
Yeah.
But of course you still care about them. Of course you're still thinking about them, regularly. But just offering that, even if it's an every once in a while safe space to just like dump and be like, this is where life is at right now.
Right.
And I'm good. I appreciate you. I love you. Like, see you soon,
Right.
And it's fine. So.
Yeah. On my trying tracker that I mentioned to you before, so I have this trying tracker where I have like habits that I want to do every day, and I check off whether I do them every day or not, or whatever it is. But one of them is to send love. So I felt like I wanted to take up my friendship level, or me giving love, because I felt like had been receiving so much love and one time and support and help, that I wanted to make sure that I'm doing it back, giving back in that way. So whether if it's just like a birthday gift, or like just a sweet like message or something like that, just out of the blue, whatever it may be, like a sweet text. When you get those random texts, like, hey, you were on my mind, and like, just want to say that I love you, and da-da-da, like, that goes a long way.
Yeah.
That can turn someone's day completely like up.
But Zio,
in the best way.
I've told you this before. What? You're rare. Oh. The type of love you share is rare. Especially to me, not to me in general. I don't say it was unloved, but I just meant like the intentional love that you give is, I think, something that is not normal for a lot of people. They're on the receiving end of that, or only on the receiving end of that, because they don't know how to express such intentional, heartfelt, wholesome love. Because I think love is such a vulnerable language that it's like people are like, oh, I don't know if they'd feel like it's too much or something. But the love you give, I feel like, is something that's so rare but special. Aww. Because it's intentional. And it does go a long way. I think for people who aren't always used to it, it's nice to be like, wow, that's so thoughtful. It makes people like take a beat, take a second, and be present and acknowledge, like, wow, they were thinking of me. Aww.
Thanks, honey bun.
Thank you.
That was sweet.
Yeah, well, it's true.
Well, people, send more love this week.
Yeah.
Our challenge to you: send love to one of your friends.
In the smallest ways.
Yeah.
It could be a text message. It could be a letter. It could be a funny video, a meme even.
Yeah. But if you want to be grandiose, go ahead and do that too. Don't let us stop you. If you want to go and take your friend out to dinner,
Yes.
pick them up in a limo. Like,
Sky's the limit.
go on a friendship trip. Do it.
Absolutely.
If you got it.
Yeah.
What? Don't limit yourself.
Sky's the limit.
All right. We out.
Thanks for tuning in to So What's Even Happening. We hope you got a little inspiration and maybe a laugh or two. If you love this episode, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. It really helps us grow. You can find us on YouTube and all your favorite podcast platforms. And follow us on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at So What's Even Happening for more behind-the-scenes fun, tips, and updates. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep making moves toward your dreams. And remember, we're rooting for you, always.